Well, the war is not over, but the first legal battle has been won by supporters of the controversial amendment to Grand Rapids marijuana ordinance.
24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey has a closer look at the judge's decision today. Joe.
Sue Bryan, to be clear, today's decision lifts a temporary restraining order against implementation of the ordinance, which basically lessens the impact of a marijuana bust in the city of Grand Rapids. A judge still has to decide on the wider question of whether the amendment is legal.
But in my estimation, the
Kent County Prosecutor William Forsyth says it isn't.
Respect the vote.
In a move that brought protesters to the front door of his office, Forsyth asked for and got a temporary restraining order against the amended ordinance in December. Passed by Grand Rapids voters in November, it makes marijuana possession a civil infraction. Get busted, you'll get a fine instead of possible jail time. Forsyth argued the amendment violates the law, prohibiting GRPD officers from enforcing state marijuana laws and takes away his ability to prosecute violators. But in removing the restraining order, Circuit Court Judge Paul Sullivan noted that while the amendment says the police and the city attorney can't refer complaints to the prosecutor's office, there's nothing that prohibits the prosecutor from using the sheriff's department or subpoenas from making a case. The city has agreed to report certain marijuana-related offenses, like crimes committed by people busted with marijuana on them, to the prosecutor. Quoting here, if and when the city's actions are shown to be inconsistent with its interpretation and intentions as reflected in the above-referenced affidavits, plaintiff at such time may be entitled to seek the relief this court is unwilling to grant, writes Judge Sullivan. He also says the county prosecutor has no authority over the city and the laws it has on the books, writing, in short, plaintiff's allegations of harm regarding the creation of a civil infraction are speculative and generalized. City officials and supporters of the amendment say they're ready to move forward.
Many cities have been doing this for decades, so I'm sure we can learn from them and implement a great plan.
While the judge still has to act on the merits of the ordinance, the city is going ahead with their plans to implement it. City Attorney Catherine Misch tells me the city manager and police chief need to meet and talk about a timeline. That includes officers training on how to enforce the new rules. That could take weeks.